We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. The Department of Agriculture has postponed the extension of the 250 peso suggested retail price of onions as the upcoming onion harvest season is expected to drop its retail price in the market. Malacanang said prices of onion may decrease to up to about 100 to 150 pesos per kilogram, especially with the arrival of more than 5,000 metric tons of imported onions. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. also announced that the government is carrying out a program to assist onion farmers increase their yield, stabilize onion supply, and lower its price in the market.
On onions, we're putting together a program to help the producers, the farmers, to increase their production. We'll do this by increasing the area that is being planted to onions, number one. And secondly, we will help by the DA will help by providing inputs.
Lawmakers said President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. did not put any pressure on the Senate to approve the Maharlika Investment Fund. This following the filing of Senate Bill number 1670, also known as an act establishing the Maharlika Investment Fund by Senator Mark Villar. Senate Majority Leader Joel Villanueva welcomed the remark of the president, noting that Marcos advised them to become cautious and examine the bill thoroughly. He said the president is also not expecting them to fast-track the passage of the law. A meeting with the economic managers is set on January 30 to discuss more about its purpose, source of fund, and whether there is a need to pass a legislation in order to establish it. Meanwhile, Senator Francis Tolentino said he does not see anything wrong with the bill as the House version indicates that the excess fund will be invested for the infrastructure development of the country. Senator Cynthia Villar, meanwhile, suggests that the final version of the bill should incorporate all its positive aspects to prevent future flaws and issues. She also suggests to allow private or even foreign corporations to invest in the Maharlika Fund. The Philippine Postal Corporation warns the public of a widespread extortion scam over the phone by a so-called Mr. Vishing. The modus operandi, which began in November 2022, involves asking victims for their personal information through text or online messaging. The scammers would then call a victim by spoofing the post office customer service hotline 8288-7678. They would also accuse them of having been sent a package with illegal substances under their name. After manipulating the victim into believing the police are after them, they would extort huge amounts of money in exchange for protection. The customer service hotline number, PhilPost said, is only for inbound inquiries and never used for outgoing or outbound calls to verify postal matters or personal information. The public is reminded not to give personal information over the phone and check whether the calls and messages they receive are authentic. In other news, COVID-19 has dropped from the list of the top 10 causes of death in the Philippines. The Department of Health cited a report from the Philippine Statistics Authority in October 2022 saying COVID-19 dropped to 11th place from 3rd place in 2021. DOH Officer in Charge Maria Rosario Vergere said the figures prove that the number of deaths due to COVID-19 have decreased and they have prevented further increase in fatalities. A total of 65,726 people have died of COVID-19 as of January 24, 2023. Meanwhile, heart attacks top the list of causes of death, followed by stroke or cerebrovascular diseases, cancer, diabetes, and hypertension. Vergere said the DOH is boosting its program promoting healthy behavior and healthy lifestyle to prevent more deaths from these diseases. And that is the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We are also shown on the social media pages of the Presidential Communications Office and on Radio Pilipinas RP1. Stay tuned for more news updates. I am William Theo. We tell stories that inspire change.